So here is the aftermath of our bet on Amazon for earnings. And at first, we thought everything was going to go good. We predicted an earnings beat, and we were right about that. They beat earnings pretty significantly on all aspects, doing 125.56 billion. They're only supposed to do about 119, and earnings were doubled than what was supposed to be done. Um, but Jeff Bezos stepped down, and what happened? Well, the stock was up, as you can see, 34.41 at first. But then today it just got absolutely sold off huge. And, we took an absolute beating. I mean, it's 3100, literally 3110, 3117. It's just getting absolutely hammered. So we lost half of our gains today in one day on this call. Our Leaps call that we bought got cut in half today, basically. So we're only up 11K on it now after being up 19 at one point. So it's one of those things that's just extremely frustrating because obviously every single investor is asking for a stock split in the company. Every investor obviously wants that so that way hedge funds can't manipulate the price in which they do all the time because retail investors can't afford it because it's too expensive. So what market manipulators will do is just push down stocks and destroy all option holders and keep it in a channel and force people to sell until it gets so low that then they pick it up themselves. It's disgusting manipulation that happens, but we've seen it for the past, 7 months with Amazon. Literally since July, it sits in the same exact channel and does absolutely nothing. It goes up, down, it just sits like that. And people are pretty fed up with it, obviously. But we were hoping that Bezos would do good by the people, do good by the investor, and actually care about the shareholder. But he didn't. He refuses not to. He refuses to help that, and instead helps his Wall Street friends who own those hedge funds and used to just absolutely screw over the retail investor. So obviously, extremely disappointed by how all this played out. I mean, we've seen it in multiple stocks. We've seen it in GameStop. We've seen it in AMC. Where the hedge funds always seem to win, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting this is allowed to happen. But it's not surprising from people like Bezos. People like Jeff Bezos are just literally only care about themselves and their own wealth and not others. And this is what happens. You would think that um, you know the best earnings quarter ever would have the stock explode, right? But no, he purposely refuses to split the company for that exact reason. For the reason that market manipulators can do whatever they want with the stock, his little buddies on Wall Street can do whatever they want, and they can get richer and richer and richer, and then the average investor just gets screwed over. And he knows if he put the stock, to a reasonable price where retail investors could afford this, that couldn't happen. But he refuses to do that instead. So, it's just like I said, it's disgusting manipulation. And now I'm left with a scenario where I don't know what to do. Do I hold on to this company, which I love the company itself? Amazon's a great company, but it's one of the worst performing stocks I've seen ever in the past 8 months. Every single index is destroying it, including the Dow. So it's extremely annoying to even see that. But I don't want to leave the company because I mean, look at this. We get how many Amazon price target upgrades today? It was insane how many new price targets we've got. 5,000 plus, and the stock still sells off hard because of this. It deserves to be high, but I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know when the market manipulators are going to allow people to actually get in and not lose all their freaking money. But like I said, my call got destroyed today. Um, and now I'm left with I don't really know what to do. The goal was get out after today, after a good earnings quarter. We were right about the earnings quarter. I mean, I figured we would be. But I figured the stock would actually go up because you see things like Google that had an earnings beat as well. And the stock goes up, 8% today. And then you have Amazon drop over 2% on an earnings beat. It's pathetic manipulation that continues to go on. And yet the company refuses to split because of it. So they can allow that to happen. It's terrible, but I don't know what to do. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell calls on Amazon weekly, use my Leaps call to sell covered calls. We did that yesterday. We sold a 3,800 call, and we bought it back, unfortunately, thinking we could resell today, but obviously wrong about that. But in total, we made 940 bucks off of that, or 960 bucks off of that. So I guess that will be our strategy is just selling weekly calls because that's what they're doing. That's what the market manipulators are doing. They're the ones selling people the calls and they kill it. So we might as well just do that. But unfortunately, our Leaps call is, which has the most equity in it, is just going to lose so much value if the stock just refuses to move, or, does what it likes to do and just goes straight down. So it is down 9% this call today, which obviously really, really hurt. Seeing your gains cut in half in one day is obviously just a terrible feeling. So now we got to decide what we're going to do. So I'm hoping that I can just hedge myself with calls to try to make like 1,000 a week, and make back some of the losses that we've had. But I mean, this is disgusting that this is able to happen. A stock that trades sideways for 8 months and has 2 consecutive earnings beats, 3 actually, if you consider the one in July, um, and and this happens. So I mean, you look at these numbers and it's truly incredible. A quarter of doing 125.5 billion earnings per share, double what they were expecting. You hear this stuff and you're like, how the heck does this even make sense that it's down? But every single, investors wanted a stock split. They want more people to have access to the stock instead of just the hedge funds. And for some reason, the company refuses to do it. It actually makes me so furious that the company does that they just allow that to happen. So I wanted to go into a couple of the positions that I actually opened up today on Amazon, and it was a lot more put credit spreads. As you guys know, I usually do this a lot on Amazon. We did it this week, and we collected some good premium out of these, because these are all going to expire worthless unless the stock continues just to drop for some reason. But who knows? So we'll get all the rest of the premium out of those. But we entered some more today. We did a 32.95, 32.85 one, and a 32.95, 32.91. So this one risks $1,000, I believe, or $1,500. This actually risks. My bad. I actually messed up on that one. I was only supposed to risk 1,000. So risking 1,500 on that. We got 681 in credit. A little risky now that the price has dropped down so much and it's at 31.11 now. It's just like I said, it just continues to keep dropping. We also did a 32.95, 32.91. This one risks 500, and we got 218 out of it. And then we also did a safer one, which was a 32.50, 32.41, and we got 285 out of that. We obviously could have got a lot more had we known it would have kept dropping. But we're risking 1,000 on that one. So betting big on it, obviously, again, I hate risking this much on it, but I just feel it's so stupidly undervalued at this point. And for some reason, it just keeps on dropping. Like, I don't understand what's making it drop this much, other than the fact that these hedge funds are just continuing to do that. And then he went ahead and announced that he's committed to making video games as well, which is just the last thing the company wanted to hear. So we'll have to see everything that happens, but obviously extremely disappointed in what happened and everything that went down. As you guys know, I'm a big Amazon fan. I'm a big Amazon believer. But the stock has just been absolutely disgusting and terrible recently. And it's management like this that just makes it even worse. Not caring about the shareholders at all, not caring about what's good for the people, only caring about what's good for, their friends or with special interests, who are, i.e., the big hedge funds on Wall Street. So I mean, like I said, we've seen this in AMC and GameStop and all these other ones. Unfortunately, the hedge funds seem to always win. I'm hoping that will change. I was hoping that Jeff Bezos was going to be a good person and actually care about the people, but I think that's a little too much to ask for someone like that. But we'll see. This play is going to take a long time to really develop, and we'll see what happens. But I'll keep you guys updated. Obviously, not happy at all, thinking about taking a break from investing. But we'll see. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I'll catch you next one.